The National Electrical Code defines a damp location as a location subject to moderate degrees of moisture, not exposed to weather as stated in Article 100. A soffit is the underside of a roof overhang. While rain may not directly hit a can mounted in the soffit, moisture can accumulate in this area, especially in areas with high humidity or during heavy rainfall. Therefore, a can mounted in the soffit should be considered in a damp location. Halo is a manufacturer of lighting fixtures, including cans and trim. Halo cans and eyeballs are not specifically designed for damp locations. Trim for recessed lighting is not always labeled for damp locations. If the trim does not explicitly state that it is suitable for damp locations, it is not recommended for use in such areas. The type of bulbs used in the can is not directly related to whether or not the trim is suitable for damp locations. However, it is important to use the correct wattage and type of bulb for the fixture. The inspector is correct to flag the issue with the eyeball trim not being rated for damp locations. The trim should be replaced with a model rated for damp locations. Ensure that the can is properly sealed to prevent moisture from entering the fixture. Use appropriate caulking or sealant around the trim and can to prevent water penetration. Inspect fixtures regularly for any signs of moisture damage. The definition of a damp location is crucial for electrical installations to ensure safety and prevent hazards. When selecting electrical equipment, one must consider the environment it will be installed in. Damp locations present unique challenges due to the presence of moisture, which can corrode metal components, reduce insulation resistance, and create paths for electrical current to flow where it shouldn't. These factors can lead to equipment failure, electric shock, and even fire. Therefore, using equipment rated for damp locations is essential to maintain a safe and reliable electrical system. Recessed lighting, also known as can lights, are a popular choice for residential and commercial lighting due to their aesthetic appeal and space-saving design. However, when installing recessed lighting in damp locations, special attention must be paid to ensure compliance with the National Electrical Code and prevent moisture-related problems. The location of a recessed light fixture significantly affects its exposure to moisture. Fixtures installed in bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and outdoors under eaves are more likely to be exposed to moisture than those installed in dry areas such as living rooms and bedrooms. Therefore, it is crucial to determine whether a location is considered damp or wet before selecting and installing recessed lighting fixtures. The National Electrical Code provides specific guidelines for electrical installations in damp and wet locations. Article 410 covers the requirements for luminaires, lamp holders, and lamps. It specifies that luminaires installed in damp locations must be identified for use in such locations. This means that the fixture must be designed and constructed to withstand the effects of moisture without compromising its electrical safety or performance. Luminaires listed for wet locations are suitable for both wet and damp locations, but luminaires listed for damp locations are not suitable for wet locations. When selecting recessed lighting fixtures for damp locations, look for fixtures that are specifically labeled as suitable for damp locations. These fixtures are typically constructed with corrosion-resistant materials, such as stainless steel or powder-coated aluminum, and have gaskets or seals to prevent moisture from entering the fixture housing. The trim, which is the visible part of the fixture that surrounds the light bulb, must also be rated for damp locations. Open trims, which have an opening around the bulb, are generally not suitable for damp locations because they allow moisture to enter the fixture housing. Baffle trims, which have concentric rings or grooves that reduce glare, may be suitable for damp locations if they are specifically labeled as such. Lens trims, which have a glass or plastic lens that covers the bulb, are generally the best choice for damp locations because they provide a barrier against moisture. In addition to selecting the right fixtures and trims, proper installation is also crucial for preventing moisture-related problems. Ensure that the fixture housing is properly sealed to the ceiling or wall to prevent moisture from entering from above. Use a bead of caulk or sealant around the edge of the fixture housing to create a watertight seal. When connecting the wiring, use moisture-resistant connectors and ensure that all connections are tight and secure. Inspect recessed lighting fixtures in damp locations regularly for any signs of moisture damage. Look for corrosion, rust, or water stains on the fixture housing or trim. If you notice any signs of moisture damage, disconnect the power to the fixture and investigate the source of the moisture. Repair any leaks or other sources of moisture and replace any damaged components. It is important to use the correct type and wattage of light bulb in recessed lighting fixtures. The fixture will be labeled with the maximum wattage allowed. Using a bulb with a higher wattage than specified can cause the fixture to overheat and create a fire hazard. In damp locations, it is especially important to use bulbs that are designed for use in enclosed fixtures. These bulbs are designed to operate at high temperatures without overheating. When working with electrical wiring, always follow the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation or repair. Safety should always be the top priority when working with electricity. To reiterate the key points about recessed lighting in damp locations, firstly, understand the definition of a damp location according to the National Electrical Code. Secondly, select fixtures and trims that are specifically labeled as suitable for damp locations. Thirdly, ensure proper installation with moisture-resistant connectors and seals. Fourthly, inspect fixtures regularly for signs of moisture damage. Fifthly, use the correct type and wattage of light bulb. And sixthly, follow all applicable electrical codes and safety precautions. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your recessed lighting installations in damp locations are safe, reliable, and compliant with the National Electrical Code. It is also important to note that some local jurisdictions may have additional requirements for electrical installations in damp locations. Check with your local building department or electrical inspector to determine if there are any specific requirements in your area. Understanding the specific requirements for electrical installations in damp locations is crucial for preventing the electrical hazards and ensuring the safety of occupants. Ignoring these requirements can lead to serious consequences, including electrical shock, fire, and property damage. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector if you have any questions or concerns about electrical installations in damp locations. They can provide expert guidance and ensure that your installations meet all applicable codes and regulations. Furthermore, consider the long-term maintenance of recessed lighting fixtures in damp locations. Regular cleaning and inspection can help prevent moisture-related problems and extend the lifespan of the fixtures. Clean the fixtures regularly with a soft cloth to remove dust and debris. Avoid using harsh chemicals or abrasive cleaners, as these can damage the finish. Inspect the fixtures for any signs of corrosion or damage, and replace any damaged components promptly. If you are planning a new construction or renovation project that includes recessed lighting in damp locations, consult with an architect or lighting designer to ensure that the lighting design meets all applicable codes and regulations. They can help you select the right fixtures and trims and ensure that the lighting is properly installed and maintained. In conclusion, installing recessed lighting in damp locations requires careful planning, selection of appropriate materials, and adherence to the National Electrical Code and local electrical codes. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your recessed lighting installations are safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations. This will protect occupants from electrical hazards and prevent costly repairs or replacements in the future. Remember to prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when working with electricity. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to leave it to the experts if you are not comfortable performing the work yourself. By taking these precautions, you can enjoy the benefits of recessed lighting in damp locations without compromising safety or performance.